Broken but becoming. Theme: your past is not your prison, it's your preparation. Chapter 1. From Shame to Shape. When what breaks you begins to build you. Shame is one of the most paralyzing emotions known to man. It's not like guilt, which says, I did something bad. No, shame says, I am bad. It's the quiet voice that follows you into rooms full of opportunity and whispers, you don't belong here. It's the gnawing in your chest when someone compliments you and your inner voice laughs. If only they knew the real you. For many of us who grew up in broken homes, environments filled with lack, or cultures where emotions were buried and mistakes were punishable, shame was not just a feeling, it was our identity. We didn't learn to walk tall, we learned to shrink. But what if shame isn't your enemy? What if it's your invitation to shape something new? A Story in the Shadows, Liz Murray. To understand how shame can shape, we begin with a young girl born in the Bronx, New York. Liz Murray's parents were addicted to drugs. Her home was a chaotic mess of needles, yelling, and hunger. She watched her mother die of AIDS and her father crumble into helplessness. By the time she was 15, she was homeless, sleeping on the streets, riding subways at night to stay safe. No one was coming to save her. And shame? It was everywhere. She was the dirty girl, the poor girl, the invisible one in a world that seemed to move on without her. But Liz did something remarkable. She refused to let her shame define her. She found strength in books, reading in subway stations, scribbling essays in the corners of shelters. She applied to Harvard and got in. Shame could have buried her. Instead, she used it to rise. My story is not sad because it's about what happened. It's powerful because of what I chose to do next. Liz Murray. Shame is a shadow, not your substance. Shame feels like truth, but it's a distorted mirror. It reflects not who you are, but who you fear you are. You were never created to live beneath the weight of what you've done, what happened to you, or what others have said. Yet many of us do. We hide. We downplay our gifts. We sabotage relationships. We hustle for worth. And every success feels like a fluke because deep down we feel unworthy of it. But here's the truth. Shame is only as powerful as your silence. Once you speak, once you name it, shame loses its grip. A letter to the one who feels undeserving. Dear you, I know what it's like to stand in front of a mirror and hate what you see. To feel like your story is too messy to be redeemed. To think everyone else has a map and you're lost in a maze. But I want you to hear this. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not a mistake. You are not defined by what happened to you. You are being shaped by fire, by pressure, by the very pain that tried to bury you. Every tear you've cried is a seed. Every scar you carry is a stamp of survival. Your shame doesn't have the final word, your becoming does. With you, a fellow survivor. The science of shame and the brain. Let's get practical for a moment. Neuroscience shows us that shame literally changes how the brain functions. The limbic system, the brain's emotional center, goes into overdrive when we experience shame. We feel under threat. Our prefrontal cortex, responsible for logic and decision-making, shuts down. We can't think clearly. We isolate. We spiral. But here's the good news. Shame can be rewired. Dr. Brené Brown, researcher and author of The Gifts of Imperfection, has shown through 2 decades of research that the antidote to shame is vulnerability and connection. When we speak our shame to someone who responds with empathy, the neural pathways that hold shame begin to dissolve. This is not just emotional healing, it's physical healing in the brain. Shame cannot survive being spoken and met with empathy. Brené Brown. 5 practices to shape your pain into power. 1. Name it. Write down what you're ashamed of. Say it out loud. To yourself. To someone safe. 2. Reframe it. For every shame message, I'm unworthy, write the truth, I am healing and I matter. 3. Move your body. Trauma and shame live in the body. Move, dance, run, stretch to release it. 4. Read to rewrite. Read stories of others who overcame. What shaped them will help shape you. 5. Serve. Nothing heals shame like helping others who are in the same place you once were. Keep a reflection journal. Ask yourself, what moment in your life first made you feel less than? Who gave you that message, and were they speaking from their own brokenness? What would you say to your younger self if you could meet them now? Reclaiming the narrative, the stories we tell ourselves. The most powerful stories aren't the ones we read. They're the ones we tell ourselves when no one else is listening. I'll never be enough. They'll leave if they really know me. My past ruined me. These aren't facts. They're internal scripts written by pain and reinforced by shame. And until we confront them, they'll keep playing. Here's the truth. The story you live is the story you believe. If you want to change your life, you must change your narrative. What is narrative reclamation? Narrative reclamation is the process of taking control of your life story, especially the painful chapters, and assigning them new meaning. It's saying, that thing that almost broke me, that was the moment I found out what I'm made of. It doesn't mean denying the pain, it means defining the pain. You stop being the victim and become the narrator, the author, the one with the pen in your hand. The power of rewritten meaning. Viktor Frankl. Dr. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and author of Man's Search for Meaning, endured the unthinkable death camps, starvation, the murder of his family, and yet he emerged with a philosophy that changed psychology forever. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Frankl taught that if you can find meaning in suffering, you can survive anything. You don't need to wait until the pain is gone to give it purpose. From victimhood to victory, your story rewrite. Let's begin your narrative rewrite with this framework. 1. The wound. What moment or memory holds your deepest shame? Write it down in detail without censoring. 2. The false message. What lie did that moment teach you about yourself? E.g., I'm not lovable, I'll always be poor, I'm weak. 3. The cost. How has this false message shaped your life? What has it stolen from you? Relationships, confidence, purpose. 4. The truth. What is the actual truth? Based on your values, growth, and evidence, what's more accurate? 5. The rewritten story. Write a new version of that moment from the perspective of someone powerful. Imagine your future self narrating it. Example. Wound. My father left us when I was 10. I thought I wasn't enough to make him stay. False message. I am unworthy of love. Cost. I've sabotaged every relationship. I never trust anyone. Truth. His leaving wasn't about my worth. It was about his wounds. Rewritten story. That day taught me how to be loyal. I know what pain feels like, so I fight to bring love to others. A personal parable, the pot and the crack. In a small village, a woman carried 2 large water pots from the stream to her home. One pot was perfect. The other had a long crack in its side. Every day, the cracked pot delivered only half its water. One day, it apologized. I'm so sorry for leaking. I'm not good enough. The woman smiled and said, have you noticed the flowers on your side of the path? I planted seeds and your cracks watered them daily. There are no flowers on the perfect pot side. You made beauty I could never have made alone. The crack wasn't a flaw. It was a gift. So are yours. 10 truths to replace shame. I am not my past. I am my potential. My scars are signs of healing, not failure. My worth is not up for negotiation. I can choose new thoughts, and therefore, a new life. I have the power to rewrite the meaning of my story. I am becoming not despite my pain, but because of it. No one gets to define me but me. I am not broken, I am breaking through. I am worthy of love, success, and peace. My story matters, and someone needs to hear it. Recommended Reads for Healing Shame. The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown, a groundbreaking book on shame, vulnerability, and wholehearted living. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl, a powerful testimony to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of purpose in suffering. You Are the One by Kurt Blackson, a deeply spiritual and raw journey into self-ownership and living with authenticity. Your assignment: tell your story. Before you continue to Chapter 2, take 30 minutes today and write. One shameful moment you're reclaiming. One lie you're letting go of. One truth you're choosing to live. One person who needs your story, even if it's just you. Then, say this out loud. I am not broken. I am becoming. I am not ashamed. I am awakening. My past will not bury me. It will build me. Breaking free from the loop. 1.16. Why do we stay stuck in shame? If shame hurts so much, why do we hold on to it? The answer lies in survival psychology. When you grow up in chaos, trauma, or neglect, your nervous system adapts to dysfunction. You become wired for it. Familiar pain becomes safer than unfamiliar healing. It's not that you want to stay in shame, it's that shame is predictable. This is what psychologists call trauma bonding. We emotionally attach to what hurt us because, on some level, we believe we deserve it. You can get so used to being broken that healing feels like a threat. 1.17. The Hidden Comfort in Self-Sabotage. Shame thrives in silence, and one of its deadliest tools is self-sabotage. We chase success, but when it starts to come, we implode. We ghost the job interview. We end the healthy relationship. We procrastinate on the opportunity. Why? Because deep down, shame says, you're not good enough for this. And rather than face the pain of being found out, we destroy our chances before anyone else can. This is the shame loop. I try. I succeed a little. I feel exposed. I sabotage. I feel ashamed again. I return to safety. To break the loop, you must make a new decision. I will not make shame comfortable anymore. 1.18. 3 Lies That Keep You Small. Let's expose some of shame's favorite lies. Lie #1. If people knew the real me, they'd leave. Truth. The right people won't love you despite your truth. They'll love you because of it. Authenticity filters the room. Let it. Lie #2. I have to be perfect to be valuable. Truth. Your value isn't earned by performance. It's your birthright. You were born worthy. You don't have to hustle to prove it. Lie #3. I'll deal with it later. Truth. Later becomes never. Your healing won't happen by accident. It starts with a choice. Right now. In this moment. 1.19. Your pain has a pattern. Many people think their life is a series of random pain points. It's not. Your pain follows a pattern, and until you identify it, you'll keep repeating it. Here's a simple exercise. The pattern map. List 3 painful moments from your past. For each one, ask, what happened? What did I believe about myself? How did I respond? Look for the common thread. For example, age 8, bullied, believed I'm weak, became quiet and withdrawn. Age 15, rejected, believed I'm not enough, begged for love.